Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you're a new seller trying to estimate how much money would you need to invest into your Amazon FBA business, I really recommend you to stay to the end of this video. I'm gonna try to make it for you as fast as possible, as well as I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks how you're gonna be able to save some money on expenses which are not really essential on Amazon. So let's dive in right into it. So your very first expense is of course gonna be your Amazon Seller Central Professional Account subscription, which comes at $39.99. You can see it on the very top, the very first expense, $39.99 per month. And with this subscription, you can sell as a professional sellers unlimited amount of products per month. Your very second expense is going to be product research tool. So there is a few tools exist on the market, but I would say the biggest ones is going to be Jungle Scout and the Helium 10. Jungle Scout comes at $69 per month and the Helium 10 at $97, including extensions for both. I would say I prefer Jungle Scout a little bit better. And this is a full price without the coupon. You also can search on internet for the coupons. So Jungle Scout comes at $69, as you can see, and the Helium 10 at $97. This is second expense right here. Your third expense, which is a must, is going to be your product inventory. Please remember, as a new Amazon seller, as of March 2021, your first inventory gonna be limited most likely just to 200 units. You need to take it into the consideration. Most likely Amazon not gonna allow you to ship more than 200 units as your first inventory. Based on my experience, because we're an agency and we're not only supporting our Amazon business, but we're working with many Amazon sellers and with many suppliers. And based on my experience, average price for products which selling on Amazon between $20 to $30 is $5 per item from the supplier. So as you can see, number three expense is going to be inventory. You're going to be limited to 200 units at $5 per item. So you should plan around $1,000 for your inventory. Okay. Your expense number four is going to be your product samples from your supplier. My recommendation to reach out at least to 8 to 10 different suppliers, narrow them down to 3 final suppliers, and get samples from all 3 suppliers. Samples, including express shipping from China to your address if you're in United States or UK, for example, usually vary from $30 to $60, but average price is $50. So let's say you're buying your samples from 3 suppliers for $50, it's come down to $150. Right here, expense number 4, product samples. So expense number 5 is going to be product shipping. We're talking about shipping your bulk order from your suppliers to Amazon FBA facility. Now, it really depends on the product weight. It depends on the product dimensions, and if it can go air or if it need to go by ocean. Based on my experience, it can go from $500 and up to $1,900 plus. Bigger the product, heavier the product, more money you would need to expect to spend on your shipping. But at this point, the average can be from $500 to $1,900. It's expense number 5, product shipping. Okay. Now, expense number 6, product listing. This one is a little tricky because you might say, hey Vlad, I would like to do my listing myself. I can copyright it myself and stuff. But based on my experience, the moment when you're gonna sit down and you're gonna try to do title, bullet points, description yourself, most likely you're gonna give up 30 minutes later. And most likely you would try to hire someone to do product listing for you, fully optimized with all keywords and everything. So I included this into your expense because most likely you would reach out to someone to do a product listing for you. So on average, it costs $150 per listing. You can find someone on Upwork or on Jungle Scout Market or even on Fiverr, but I'm not a big fan of Fiverr personally. But Upwork or Jungle Scout Market, this is the place where you can find highly qualified product listing copywriters. Okay, expense number 6. Now, expense number 7 is going to be product images. Usually it's around $350. Sometimes you can find cheaper, sometimes more expensive, but on average it's $350 usually for 7 images, and it's gonna include studio time, a photographer job, and it's gonna include white background, lifestyle, and infographic pictures. Also, you can find photographers on Upwork, on Jungle Scout Market very easily. Expense number 8 is branding, including your product logo and packaging design. On average, it comes at $200. But again, just so you know, based on my experience, not every new seller buying logo or packaging design in the beginning, because they want to buy these 200 units, take it to the market, test it, and if it works, then they're gonna do it. But it's up to you. Expense number 9, it's UPC barcodes. It's gonna cost you $250 for 10 barcodes per year. A lot of experts on the internet, like on YouTube, saying it's $250 for 10 UPC barcodes, and that's it, total. But this is incorrect. It's $250 per year. You need to renew them with a GS1 registry every year. Now, you need to keep in mind that the UPC barcodes, it's not exactly a requirement. If you don't have a UPC barcode or you don't want to buy one, you always can apply with JTIN exemption with Amazon, where you can list your product without product ID on Amazon. I'm gonna put a link somewhere. I have video about GTN exemptions where you can avoid buying the barcodes overall. Check it out. You're gonna like it. And the final expense I have on my list is Amazon PPC advertisement. Usually, good rule of thumb, you're starting with $25 per day and you run your Amazon PPC advertisement for 14 days. It can be manual or auto campaign, or you can split it between both. And then you can optimize it. And after you optimize it, your budget is gonna change. You're gonna go most likely or higher or down. Really hard to say. But in the beginning, it's pretty much $25 for 14 days. It accounts to $350 total. But you should expect to have a return on your ad spend. So when you're running the advertisement, your expectations that people are going to be buying your products. So you're going to having the return. Okay. Now, as you can see here on the top, I listed as a low budget and a high budget. And in a low budget, I accounted the air shipping of $500. I accounted a cheaper Jungle Scout subscription. I did not include the branding. As I mentioned to you, some people, since they're buying just 200 units, they want to test product as soon as possible. So they might skip on the branding part just for now. And if you're skipping on the branding part, most likely you're going to be skipping on a UPC barcodes as well. So if you're going to avoid expense number 8, 9, and your expense number 5 going to be just $500, and expense number 2 you're going to go with Jungle Scout, you're going to be at the lower range. You're going to be closer to like $2,600 on a budget. And if you're going to go full force and you're going to include all these expenses, you should be putting aside at least, I would say, $4,500 for your Amazon business in the beginning. If you have any questions, please comment below. Please do not forget to subscribe. It's a really important channel. We're trying not to sell you the dream or some nonsense. It's legit stuff, and we're trying to help people, new sellers. I'm gonna have our agency contacts below as well. If you have any questions, reach out, subscribe, click notification, and I hope to see you soon.